What's up, Klamath Falls? Let's make it loud. A big rooster's crowing, drawing a crowd. Spotlights on you, shining proud.
Hey, what's up, Klamath Falls? This is Dave.
Hey, shouldn't it be more like WTF, Klamath Falls,
Could be.
Klamath County?
Could be. Oh, back to camel racing news. You got anything?
Well, we're going straight to the camel races.
It's gold, Jerry, gold. I can't.
I got friends in Nevada that say it's actually a lot of fun to watch. Apparently, not so much fun to participate in.
Well, I like usually jockeying a camel around every now and then. I don't know.
Trip over their toe. Anyway, good God, I don't even know where to start. I mean, that's kind of where we're just reviewing things that we were going to do for stories this week. It's mind-boggling.
You know, I don't remember. I was here for the last. What do you call that? Every other year voting preliminaries. I don't recall. Maybe ever this much shenanigans.
I'm sorry, it's a shit show.
It is, and it's
my apologies.
it's not every it's every race.
Yeah,
It's not just this race or what's going on over here. It is just dumpster. I'll go with you. It's a dumpster fire right now. I don't.
Friggin' Satan worshippers and camel jockeys, and I mean not by race. I don't mean that as a racial thing. I mean literally. And then we've got I don't know, real estate moguls and a sheriff that doesn't talk, and it's where do you start? I don't even know. I mean, we have what 3 publicly elected officials in Klamath County under investigation or were under investigation. We've got
Allegedly.
no, 2 of them are under investigation. One, at least, not mean to keep pointing him out, but Commissioner DeGroot at least has credit acknowledged that he's under investigation. Or I don't see or hear much from Sheriff Mitchell, which is not a surprise. It seems to be his MO, kind of play turtle. Still hope it blows over and goes away, whatever. But no wonder Klamath County is such a mess when you look at all the just garbage that's going on.
One is it's really kind of like I'll call it a Shrek situation. You know, peeling the layers of the onion back because there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and it's not just one certain area. It's a shotgun approach of crappery. And
It's literally like what you would expect to see if you threw a turd in a fan. Just the spackling on the wall behind it is kind of where we're at. That's where we're at. We've got, real estate games, people not doing their job, sleeping with their subordinates, funds being misappropriated, emails being sent to employers, and people fighting back about that. Come on, Klamath County, get your act together, guys. I did an interview. It aired in February with the Chamber of Commerce on the Shaping the Basin show. And at that time, and that was recorded honestly in October of last year. And at that time, I made the comment on that program that I believe that we had the best 3 county commissioners that we've had since I've lived in Oregon. And I thought they truly had the interest of Klamath County at heart. And I absolutely retract that statement.
well, yeah, it's not like you go to work at Walmart or whatever. It's not you're in a public. You are seen. And it's not just.
You may all right. Sorry, when I was talked out of running for county commissioner, one of the things that I was told is this is a small community. We will see each other around town. And all I can respond to that with is exactly. And you have to see me also. It's not like I'm the bad guy because I wanted to run for office. But I was told, if you're going to run against somebody, blah, 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 and
Right.
you're going to have to look at him in the eye somewhere down the road. Well, you know what? You're going to have to look me in the eye too when I see you. And that's not just directed at one. It's not even necessarily directed just to county commissioners.
Yeah, no,
So
it's just.
disappointed in this complete freaking shit show that we have for public or government representation. We deserve better.
We do, and especially on an elected position that you have people putting the faith in whatever that position is, and you to uphold both. I mean,
Here's a thought: if you have the wherewithal to start, pulling data on who's behind on their property taxes, even though they own the land, they paid off their mortgages or whatever, instead of taking it from somebody, I don't know, say a 72-year-old lady, maybe say, hey, I'm doing quite well in life. How can I help you? Maybe we can take care of this or work with you on this. Maybe present some alternatives instead of saying, sorry for your bad luck. By the way, I paid your taxes. It's now mine, and you need to get out of here because I got plans for it for me or my family. Just an observation. I don't think I named anybody, did I? I think our audience can figure it out.
I think you're good there. We have a disclaimer for stuff like that.
And I mean, I'm not saying anything that's not the truth.
That is true.
It's as bad as the whole federal. It's all the finger pointing. He said, she said. What about us? What about us, the people that vote, that pay taxes, that want a decent community? What about listening to us and not fighting with each other? Put that. Just care about us for a little while. That'd be great.
Well, I think on a grander scheme of things, I'll blow it up bigger. If you're not flying to Epstein Island every couple of weeks, you have more time to do your job. I mean,
yeah.
Just saying.
Just as an aside kind of thing.
Maybe you're not flying to Epstein Island,
Yeah,
but
I heard they shut that right down.
If you actually focus on your job instead of being pulled into an investigation or whatever, you have more time to do your job than fight for your job. I'll put it that. Is that
if I, in any job that I worked at, did it as poorly as what the majority of these people are doing as elected officials, I'd have been fired. I mean, they would have just flat, sorry, but you're way too distracted by your own interests and needs and whatever, and not representing the company well. Well, in this case, we the public are the company, and we need to be represented well. And I'm sorry, we're not. And
I think if the hearsay at Walmart got around, if you were flatulating with somebody in the bathroom, you'd be fired. I mean, just
yeah. That means farting.
No,
but I know what you mean. Yeah, it was a nicer version of I think the word you wanted to use.
There is what is that word?
Fraternizing.
See, there are two.
Flatulating is
yes, I get.
It involves yeah.
So yes, they're too close. But yes, I'm just if you were doing that at work and at Walmart and
oh yeah,
the word got
Walmart,
around.
They might have some flexibility there. Fred Meyer definitely not. Walmart, maybe. It's just, I don't know, guys. I mean, I would love to see your thoughts, comments on anything and everything to do with the selection cycle. I just feel I don't even know where my votes are going to go at this point. It's sad.
Well, it is sad, and I'm not. I am for term limits.
Yes.
Now that is usually, I'll say, on the wider scale of like Wyden. I think Wyden needs to go.
Oh, Merkley and Wyden. Yeah.
Well, and
They don't care. Well, he lives in New York for one, and how that works, I don't know. Oh, I'm going to represent Oregon, so I'll fly back there once in a while, but I'll let my wife and my kids abuse my frickin' intern until he kills himself because he's gay, but that's okay. 'Cause that's still an investigation too.
well,
And they sure sweep that under the rug.
even Pelosi. I mean, you need to go.
Yeah.
But if you take that back on a smaller scale, maybe a town level,
2 terms and done.
Yeah, yeah.
It was when. All right, I'm going off onto a tangent here, but even Congress was not meant to be a paying job. It was supposed to be willful people that would make the sacrifice to represent the people in that office, but not to do it as a career. And that was kind of a self-imposing term limit, right? Then we decided to pay these people, and then we decided to pay them. Well, they decided they keep voting themselves raises. We don't have any say in that. And it's just grown into this boondoggle that we've got. Well, the same applies locally too. In my opinion, public service should be just that, a service. You're making a sacrifice to represent the public. If you were to live on the means, I do. County commissioner, if I'm not mistaken, pays $88,000. I would say take the median wage of what people earn in Klamath County, and that's what you get paid. And go on public benefits and see how that works, because then you have a real taste of what the average person is going through. But in Klamath County, granted, in the grand scheme of things, $88,000 isn't a huge wage nowadays, especially if, I come from California, that might get you a 1-bedroom apartment down there. But in Klamath County, that's a decent living.
Well, you're going to take off the, sponsors from their
the NASCAR uniforms,
their coat sleeves and stuff too? Come on now.
Wonder Bread.
That's just.
We're going to shake and bake. Take this election. I don't know. It's just, I think we've sort of been befriended a couple of the commissioners over the last couple of years doing the program. I think other aspects of the political spectrum, we've had folks on here. They seem like nice people, but nobody's without fault. What are you guys thinking out there? What is your vibe on the current political climate in Klamath County? Because honest to God, I've been here for 21 years. I have never seen such a mess. And some of these folks, are accused of, have practiced, whatever you want to call it, Satan worshiping. I don't care how great your ideas for our county are. You're just representing the great deceiver, in my opinion. And so it's your prerogative to continue to deceive, right? And that's what you do to get your way in the world. Clarify things.
Yeah. The fact that you have to hide that whole aspect, from a couple years ago and put that in the closet, and then
why not be proud of it if that's who you choose to worship, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't agree, but yeah, I mean,
no, I don't agree either. But if that's your lifestyle and your choice, then put it out there and be honest with people. Don't
right.
Throw a cover over it until you get in the office.
You don't think that would get votes in a small little kind of reserve town?
Well, Alistair Crowley did have a residence here for a short period of time, so I don't know what that means, but he did. Anyway, I don't know. I just have, I'm at a loss of who I actually even want to support now. And that makes me sad, because I do like some of the folks that I'm now questioning. Personally, on a personal level, I think, I like them. I'll just leave it at that. It's just such a mess. It's a shame, and we, as residents in Klamath County, deserve better than this absolute disaster of an election cycle.
I'll give you that one. And yeah, I have no idea. Well, I do have. So there is. I mean, if you're talking about commissioners, I can speak on the dude that's got my vote, but if stuff comes around the corner like it should, we're gonna be voting again pretty quick on another one.
Right.
So then where you go? Because you know somebody else is gonna come back for that one.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. I don't know. I don't know. But we deserve better. Is all I can say. I'm kind of speechless, which is rare. You all follow the show, you probably know that. I'm just at a loss of where we go from here.
Well, I don't know where you want to go on this show specifically. We can kind of spin off this one if you want, and then come back to the regular scheduled programming.
Okay.
I mean,
it's free flow.
because I definitely agree. I don't know. Like I said before, it seems like there's a whole bunch of stuff on this election cycle that there is not one position not really in it's not getting hit right now. I know there's a lot of stuff on let's see, we have a female judge and what Cold Chase going against each other, and there's crap going around on that front. The whole commissioner thing. And we're just talking about, when I say commissioner thing, we're just talking about the election for the current
Commissioner Minty's reelection.
Minty's spot is coming open, let alone. So we have, I'll keep on that one for a minute. So Minty, we have
Contla, Elvina Contla,
and then we have Bitzer, which the three of those, I will say the one that's getting the less heat right now, or less stuff going on, is Bitzer.
right?
Now, so that's this cycle. Now, the whole other commissioner thing, there's gonna, if the third commissioner gets out of the allegations and
Again, because it happened in 2020 also.
on ethical stuff, we're gonna have another commissioner. Is that like an emergency election or something?
I wish they'd just leave it vacant for a while.
And then what's the other one? There's also another one that's getting. What's the one I'm forgetting? Judge, commissioner.
Judge, commissioner.
Is that the only two?
I think so. I mean, there's, as far as I know, an ongoing investigation in the sheriff's office, but
Oh, correct. Yeah. So
they won't. Silence is golden, right? Their lips are sealed. They won't talk about anything there. So
well, and really, if
gotta
you
love the transparency.
if you look at the MO, I guess, of Sheriff Mitchell, he didn't have a what do you call it, like a press conference or a presser when he was being
Right.
going for election. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say yay, nay, anything on the allegations of the work-related stuff. And I'll try to stay generic here, but I hope we're all picking it up. I mean, he's in a big work-related allegation right now that he has said
Right.
nothing on it.
That just screams innocence.
Right. And I guess if you want to compare the two, I would give the Huevo Award to DeGroot for actually
Absolutely.
coming clean
Acknowledging it, yeah.
Right. I mean, but yeah, silence is not.
Again, it just screams transparency.
Right.
Yep. You value your constituents when you don't want to talk to them.
So yeah, maybe we'll just call this one "What the Fuck, Klamath Falls," because we'll just keep it here. I don't know what we're rolling right now. I don't. We're at 15, 20, but this is where we're at, peeps. This is where we're at, and where does it stop? We got the whole. I mean, I'll give her credit. I kind of got. We can pull this one up too. I kind of got. Coming clean. I got tired for Christy for a minute. She is pulling up stuff. She is not wrong in anything she can write. She writes checks all day.
Yeah.
She has the bank account to cover that $5. I'm. If you're picking up where I'm going, she does not make allegations.
Doesn't make allegations without the
Does
receipts.
not. Yes.
The receipts are there. Yeah.
So even if you want to go down that road, she is pulling, and she doesn't live here. She has a lot of stuff on the line. That is a scorned woman, and rightfully so.
Yep. Yep.
Because of the crap that we do, and just go, oh, that'll be okay. She
Right.
doesn't live here.
Yeah, well, they're paying the price for that attitude now. And
And they should, and it sucks because I'm gonna have to pay that back.
right?
I mean,
Yeah, because there's going to be lawsuits, and it's going to be significant amount of money that Klamath County's going to have to pay again, and I'm not. Yeah, and it comes out of our pockets, not the accused pockets. It comes out of ours because, and they're gonna. People will say, "Oh, well, there's insurance for that." Well, you know what? Who pays for the insurance? We do, out of our tax dollars. What happens when you have an insurance claim? It goes up. So we pay more money. So don't buy into the crap that, oh, there's insurance for lawsuits. No, we're paying for it one way or the other. And it just, this county can't afford to sustain itself without lawsuits, much less paying out over and over and over again. Who was it? The guy that ran for sheriff just recently that got his $1 million settlement. And
oh yeah.
and it's going to happen at least one or two more times, I would say, in the next year or so, that there's going to be more multi-million-dollar lawsuits.
Well, yeah, and you
Terror. I'm looking at you people that represent us. Give a damn about us for a change, would you?
Well, and there's two different ways of, we'll call it insurance. There is, and I don't know how this works, but you are 100% correct. There is what they call self-insured. You know, you're just shoveling mud hole into account that the rainy day fund or whatever you want to call it, but that still comes from us.
But it rains all the time in
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not. So there's two ways. That's the first way. You know, and I don't know how this works, but there's a second way of you actually taking, I don't know how this stuff works, but Allstate, and, you know, you get a policy from Allstate, car, vehicle, whatever, you know, at a certain point in time, if you do bad enough stuff,
they cancel you.
Yes. So I don't know how this works. If it is self-insured, we're just going to keep paying and paying and paying, or at some point they're going to go, no, you guys are dumb down there, and cut the stuff off. I don't know how it works in corporate.
I don't either.
Policy land.
Well, and that's not even I don't know. From a government perspective, I'm not sure.
Well, correct. Yeah, because there is large corporations, and there's nothing wrong with that self-insure.
Right.
And that is the smarter way to go. But large corporations have a lot more employees than what Klamath County does.
Right.
And that is going somewhere. Maybe that's a 3.5% income or property tax fund going up.
Right. Thank God they have to limit that. I was convinced there for a while that maybe we needed to raise property taxes more than the 3.5% they're allowed. No, spend our money smarter, treat us with more respect, and then maybe that would be something to put on a ballot down the road. But that'd be a solid hell no at this point.
Well, and yeah, I don't. I'm still on a debate of because I've seen Texas and I lived in a small town Texas, but I'm saying a 4A school with a brand new school bus with LEDs and we still have I'll call it the 1980 bus
Bluebirds
special.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I mean, you're talking incandescent stoplights and they are old. And you look at the Oregon in general, we started a lottery and we started legalizing weed for the schools and for this and for that, for the road fund. Where are the new roads? Where are the reconditioned roads? Where are the new school buses?
Right. Oh, just throw some chip seal on it and call it good.
And is that a Oregon thing? Is that a
I
local thing? Where is the line
I don't know. I
drawn?
don't see stuff like that when I go to Bend.
That is correct, I guess. Yeah.
I don't even see that when I go to Lakeview, if I'm being honest.
I haven't seen a Lakeview school bus, but
I have.
generally
They are okay. They are older, but the roads seem to be taken care of.
True. True.
I mean, yeah, we just get excuses, and I swear, one more.
We could blame it on all the people that run their studs 24/7. I mean,
You know,
that's what the road department's gonna.
right? You're running studs in the June. I'm telling you, one more chip seal on our street, and I'm not going to have a curb anymore. The road's just going to go straight into my driveway. It's been an ugly pattern of putting a Band-Aid over a gaping wound, and the wound just keeps getting bigger, and the Band-Aids aren't working, and nothing's being done about it. And I do think, for what it's worth, I will give a shout out to Commissioner Nichols. He seems to be, there seems to be no true, there's been rumors or whatever, conspiracy. I've had conversations with Andy, and I would have to say that he is the one bright light
I will give you that.
down there.
And he may not. He's new. I give the guy credit. He's new. He's still waiting. Waiting the waters out or whatever. But for him to another Wavo award for him to Wavo award because he filed.
He
The
saw
whole-
something wrong.
He filed the whole petition or the whatever for the whole DeGroot thing, and that's man.
Yeah.
That's
No.
how you get your genes up. I'll give that guy some credit. Yeah.
So don't let us down.
Yeah. Well, and that's coming to work every day. Hey, Bob, how's it going? Then you go in your office. Well, this guy whatever. Have a good day, Bob. I mean that.
He also works 5 days a week too. He tries to
I'll
earn
give you
his salary.
correct.
So
Correct.
and I get it. Like I know Commissioner Minty, she's on a bunch of committees and that she's not in the office every day. And I'm not going to say all of that is just because she's not working, but she's on the um, OLCC committee and does other things. So there's that.
That'd be a good investigation. I'd like to see her liquor cabinet. Just curious. Just curious.
Hey, she's seen ours or mine. So
Right?
I don't.
No, I will give you. I mirror the opinion on Nichols. I mean, because he is a genuine dude, and you haven't heard. There was one little bump, but he is new. He's waiting the waters out, and he's
But
doing.
he still had the balls to do it.
Oh yeah, 100%. So
And I don't care who it is. If you see an impropriety like that, I respect somebody that's willing to call it out. That's why we do what we do here. I mean, this is supposed to be fun and uplifting or an upbeat view of Klamath Falls, Klamath County on this show. And we try. But there are sometimes you just can't turn your head. You can't look away.
no, you can't unsee it. I mean,
Right.
and it affects every one of us because how much of the taxes, how much of this, for one, are going up, and number two, not being appropriated correctly. I mean,
Right. We'd love to hear from you guys. I mean, we're all in this together, right? Um, where do you stand? Where do you stand on? I guess it's not really right. I don't want to ask people who they're voting for, right? Because that's a personal thing, and I respect that. I don't think even, and I don't currently, but even if I did, I'm not going to share. I'm not here to endorse a candidate by any means. Really, I would rather. Because if that was the premise that we set, I would have probably endorsed Shane Mitchell for sheriff, and that is a vote that I regret giving.
I will go a different route.
All right,
I would rather have to pick from good candidates. Oh, this guy wants to do this, or this guy wants to do that, or this guy came from wherever. I have 3 good candidates right now, rather than voting for the least.
evil,
Yeah, or winner by default, or
right?
why? What? Who? You shouldn't have to pick.
It seems that's what our political system as a whole has become: is the lesser of the evils, not the greater good of the good, but the lesser of the evil, right? I I don't know. We're kind of a microcosm of the larger problem, I think, but it's just gotten frustrating, and I really don't know which way I'm going to go. I will vote. It's our right. It's our responsibility, as far as I'm concerned, as citizens. Um, I don't know which way I'm going right now.
Well, and I'll go. So, what can be done here? I'll go a different route. I'm not even talking about the election cycle, which that is hinging on what they call it, the precipice or whatever. That is a big election for us. I'm just going, what can we do as a whole to move on from all this dumpster fire of what we got going on here? There's not just one. It is a shotgun. It's the fan effect.
Well, I mean,
I don't know how to.
our selection of judges is mediocre at best. I'm talking about existing, not up for election.
Right.
Existing, uh, and I do think, and that is something I've kind of bit my tongue on, because I know a lot of what happens in the law enforcement, or lawfully locally, is affected by state restraints. 'Cause Oregon is just stupid on the Salem level. But that being said, um, man, I am so sick of the bleeding hearts that are just turning a blind eye to what's going on, or criminal activities and that. Um, it's ridiculous how you can commit some crimes and check and release, so to speak, book and release,
Right.
but you commit other seemingly minor or common crimes and they throw the book at you. And it's usually the upstanding citizens that make a mistake that are the ones that get the worst treatment. And the repeat offenders, they just kind of given up on them. So it's like, oh yeah, you stole that again, or you did this, or you stabbed somebody with a hypodermic needle or whatever. And they just, oh well, get back out there. Good luck. There's so much hypocrisy in how law is applied, and it's wrong. And that's, let us know what you guys think. I mean, it's sad because I got to say, there are some good things, it seems like, happening. We've got a variety of like new restaurants and bars in town that are opening up, that are offering great food. Great, you've got Whiskey Bandit. They got the Mechanical Bull. They're doing line dancing, and you've got the Coop, which is offering exclusive experiences. And I mean, there's a lot of good going on. You've got new activities. United Way's putting on some great fundraisers and stuff. There's a lot of good, but when it matters where our money goes, that's the part. The people that control that, surprise, surprise, are where the problems are. Where the law enforcement, or where law is enforced, that's a problem. how it's enforced. That's absolutely a problem. Um,
Oh no, you're gonna have to.
so we're having a battery issue, so they've put me on the spotlight here. But where are you guys at? I mean, I look at our subscribers and our followers, and that there's a lot of good people in there. Um, we appreciate all of you guys, and I can't help but think that you are possibly in the same boat that we are. I mean, all I can really suggest is deep dive research these candidates before you decide who you're going to vote for.
Well, in all transparency on our end, so this was a What's Up Klamath Falls episode, and um, doing this 2 years now, we have. If this cabin could talk,
Yeah.
we have kept, believe it or not, our
Oh
journalism
God.
integrity or whatever you want to call it to a T. And this is not the normal. We're gonna call this probably WTF Klamath Falls, but this is not the normal format. But there's a lot of stuff that really both of us are in the know of, and
It's
it
about
affects all of us because we've had guests in here that we're just talking beforehand or after the cameras roll, and we're on this subject. He's like, "Oh, kidding! My kid got in an accident or whatever, and stuff did not go as planned." It sucks. But yes, as a whole,
we have kept a ton, whether it's information that Christy Grillette has shared with us, or county commissioners have shared with us, or I mean, we've had guests on here that have shared before or after filming,
right?
a ton, and because they entrusted us with that, we do keep it. But I tell you what, this stuff's coming to a boiling point.
Well, and yeah, because
And-
this cabin is not the only place affected by it. That's what I'm
Right.
getting at. I mean, how much of a better place could Klamath be if we actually went to our job and did it, no matter where you work, and just go home?
Right. Not looking for ways to improve yourself or your bank statement or your real estate profile, or just come in, look out for the people that voted for you, and go back. I dare you, do 5 8-hour days,
Right?
honest 8-hour days. That's all I ask. I had to. You do.
410s. Do your 410s. Go home.
Yeah, 410s, whatever. I used to do 560s or whatever. I mean, 50, 60-hour work.
But yeah, do your job. Do it the best of your ability, and then go home. It would be a lot better place. I think.
I know it's a lot to ask, but self-sacrificial. I guess that's what public service should be. Put the voting public ahead of your own interests. That's your job.
So yeah, this is not our normal format. Please let us know. We kind of this is not normal format. So if you guys are into this format, comment on the video. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now, and it affects all of us, really.
Yep. Yeah, and we'd really, really like to hear from you guys, and you can even do it anonymously or however you want. I would like to get commentary from you folks out there, and we'll share that on an upcoming episode.
Well, okay, so publicly, if you do want to comment on the video, like, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. But yeah, if you do want to be anonymously, bigroostermedia@gmail.com.
We will honor your privacy.
We
just want to know how you guys feel out there. Are you as frustrated as we are with what's going on?
What's your temperature?
Mine's about $1.12.
Right.
Yeah. I'm so what bothers me, I think, the most is how disappointed I am in some people.
Yeah.
It's what it is. That's part of life.
And where do you, how do you go to fix it? That's the other. There's a comma. I'll put the
Right.
comma.
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty easy job to. I get why nobody wants to walk away from it. Pays good. You don't have to do a whole lot. Well, superficially, it appears that way.
Get all that stuff from the sponsors.
You only work 3 days a week. How hard can it be, right?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, please check in. Let us know what you think. But we appreciate you guys. Probably ruffled some feathers. I get that. Just trying to be honest, though.
Yeah, and ruffled feathers. Leave your comments. Let us know. Good, bad, in between. What are you guys talking about? We can disclose what we can disclose. I think we're all on the same page though, because if unless you really have your head in the sand, you know what's going on here. It's hard to miss.
Right. Well, and I don't know that we've held a whole lot back outside of specifically throwing out names, but that's coming.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this one. We'll be back with normal broadcasting.
Yeah, stay tuned for your normally scheduled programming.
Thanks, guys.